Hi guys, I hope you're all well. So shock horror, today I am filming a makeup tutorial. Now I know it's been months and you're so lovely for bearing with me, but I've finally filmed one. I am really quite nervous, to be honest, because I haven't filmed a makeup tutorial in ages, and this is kind of like a basic look, but I've been loving this look. I've been wearing it virtually every day, not always with the wing, but I used eyeshadow for a wing today to make it nice and soft. But yeah, I really like this look. I think it's kind of in style right now, so I thought a lot of you might like it. But yeah, if you'd like to see how I achieved it, then please keep watching. And I've been really liking this look lately, so I thought, you know, I'll do a look that I've been enjoying, and it's not like necessarily like a major tutorial. It's quite a simple look, but it's just a look that I've been enjoying. So I'll get straight into it, so this doesn't last too long. So for primer, I'm going to go in with the YSL Touche Eclat Blur Primer. This has got lovely gold reflex in it, so it's really nice, and it fills in the pores really nicely as well. It makes your skin super soft. Foundation, I'm going to be using Clinique Even Better Glow. This is a gorgeous foundation, and I love it because, you know, I'm using the shade WN44, and I love it when I've got a little bit of a glow. I've been really loving a Bobbi Brown one as well lately. It was either that one or this one, and I thought I'd give this one a try today. So I'm just going to pop this all over my skin with my beauty blender. I'm not even usually I put it on a brush first, but I think this one goes on nicer if you just literally get it on the beauty blender, the damp beauty blender, and just pop it all over your skin. Kind of makes your skin look really flawless. I've already done my eyebrows, but the trouble is when I do them before my foundation, especially when I put, God, I look really orange now, especially when I put, use my beauty blender, I feel like I get it in my eyebrows a bit. So I'm not going to put any more dip brow on, which I've used from Anastasia, Beverly Hills. I'm going to just use my brow gel in a moment, just to darken them a little bit more and to make them a little bit more fluffy. Okay, I'm going to do the brow gel now because that's annoying me a little bit, and I'm going to be using the YSL Brow Couture. I literally look super orange, and I'm literally just pushing my brow hairs upwards to make it look more natural and fluffy, and yeah, I like the look of this. I've used this combo for so long now. I've just changed the lighting a little bit there, so the lighting looks better now. It looks more how it actually does. That was far too dark before, sorry about that. Literally, I'm all over the place, guys. I'm oh. So now I'm going to be using my Maybelline Eraser Eye in the shade Light. What's New? Honestly, I think I say that all the time, but I just love it. I literally have not found a better concealer than this. And this is cheap as well, you know? So why would I not use it all the time? I like the consistency. It's not too thick, but it covers the circles really well. I'm going to pop it in between my eyebrows, a little bit down the bridge of the nose, and top of my lip. I'm not putting it on my chin. Oh, I look crazy. I'm not putting it on my chin right now because when I've got a bit of tan on, sometimes it can make me look a bit ashy. So I'm just going to leave that. So again, using my damp beauty blender, I'm just melting that into the skin. And I like to go on my eyelid. I'm not putting any extra product on my eyelid as such. I'm using the product that is already underneath my eye and just using the beauty blender just to use that as a base for the eyeshadow in a moment. I feel really weird at the moment as well because I haven't got lash extensions, but I thought that would be a good time to do a makeup tutorial because sometimes they get in the way if you do makeup looks. But also this look I was wearing when I had the lash extensions because the eyeshadow is not too heavy or anything. It really works well with lash extensions. You don't want to put too much on when you've got them because you don't want to ruin them. So anyway, I'm going to go in with the Hoola contour stick from Benefit. I've loved this for so long. You're probably fed up a bit. The same with the concealer, but I'm such a loyal person and I'm loyal to makeup products as well, to people. So I'm just popping it from the top of my ear down to the corner of my mouth, but stopping there. A bit on the bottom of my chin, under my lip, tip of my nose, and then just dashing it around to the top of the forehead. So makeup is crazy, you know, when we're putting it on. I'm using my beauty blender again just to blend that in, literally dab it, and it's still damp, so it's fine. It's crazy when you put it on, it just looks so strange, and it's just like art, and you know, it's so cool. This contour stick blends into the skin so nicely, really well. It's not too like a stiff of a product, it's really, really creamy and it melts into the skin, just like that. So now I'm going to put some highlight on. I like to put my highlight on before I set the under eyes because I feel like it makes it too matte for the highlight to go on top of, you know. So if I put my under eye powder on, it makes the area just kind of, I don't know, the highlight don't stick to it as well and make it doesn't look as intense. So I'm going to go in with highlight first, and I'm going to go in with the Beyond powder from Illamasqua in the shade OMG, and OMG, it is amazing. Makes your skin look so, love it. I'm going to be using my trusty Morphe M501 brush and rub it all over that highlight, like, give it to me, give me that product. So, and I'm going to pop it on tops of my cheekbones, bringing it back, bringing it around the side of the brow a bit. I don't go up there anymore, I used to, but I just go like there, around like a little. I probably should bring my highlight on there because I've got a scar there, but I don't really care, to be honest. Just highlighting my scar, look at this scar, but oh well. I'm also going to get the highlighter and pop it on the inner corners of my eyes. I'm using a concealer brush to do this. I'm going to put it on my brow bone too. Really opens your eyes up, I think. Just makes you look more awake. I'm then going to just put it on top lip. Not top lip, the cupid's bow area. And then down the bridge of the nose. So I like to do like a little line there, and then just a little dot at the end. So to set the under eyes, I'm going to be using my trusty Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm going to go in with the centre shade, the top centre shade, called Lyric. I'm almost all out of this. I'm not sure if you can buy it like the pans individually, because it would be so much handier than buying the whole palette again, you know, because some of them I don't use at all. But yeah, that's what it is. So I'm using that centre shade to set the under eyes. I'm also setting my eyelids with that. So for contour and bronzer, I'm going to be using the two shades at the bottom, the one that's hit pan that you can see, and the one next to it, the more bronzy shades. So those two bronze colours, I mix them together, and I use my NARS brush, which I've had since I started doing makeup tutorials. This brush was so expensive, but it's like one of my favourites. It's bad, it's had it, but the brush is still fine. Like the actual brush, like this part of the brush is a bit gross, but it was worth the money. Put them together, and I'm doing quite a, you know, an intense contour, really. A bit darker than I used to do, but I'm really liking it like this at the moment. Some of you might not like it, so if you don't have to do it this way. This is just the way I'm liking it. So I feel like a lot of people have been really quite judgmental, even more so online these days. It's getting worse. And you know, you just got to remember, everyone has different choices in life. And if you don't agree with how someone does something, or you don't agree with their choices, or just things that aren't actually harming you or harming anybody, then I don't think you should really put them down, because a lot of people have been saying mean things to me lately, and it's like, you know, it's not your life, so just leave me alone. So yeah, I'm going in the same place we put the cream contour a moment ago, kind of setting it really, but making it a little more intense. Yeah, I just think people are making people feel bad about themselves when they don't need to. It seems that so many people are getting criticised all the time, and I feel like I'm one of them people. But you know, I just don't let it affect me, but it's still not very nice to read mean things. I'm just putting it under my lip, under my chin, tip of my nose, and then around the hairline. But I'm just using the centre shade for this, so the more bronze colour, not the contour colour. And sometimes I change up my brush when I do the top bit of my forehead actually. I use more like a big sort of bronzing brush. I'm going to run that more contoury shade down the centre of my neck. I'm a bit clumsy. So just there. Like that, and it just elongates everything. And yeah, I'm gonna grab a blending brush, blend this together so it doesn't look as harsh. and just blend over the whole face really. Put a little bit of blush on for change. I never wear blush, but I wore it the other day and I thought it kind of brought my face, made it look a little bit more alive. And I'm going to be using Urban Decay Score. And it's kind of like a pinky peachy colour with gold reflex in it. So I'm putting it on the apples of the cheeks and blending back into the hairline with the excess. I don't go crazy with it because, like I say, I don't really wear blush that often, but just a bit. So onto the eyes, and today I'm using a really special palette, but you don't need this palette to create this look, literally. I'm using really like basic shades really, but it's this Bizarre, is that how you say it? A Bizarre palette, and this is the Grand Pro Volume 1. Now this is super pricey, like it's 150 quid I think, but the pigments are amazing. This is what they use for like TV and films, I think, what I believe anyway. But I'm just going to be using some really like basic shades, so honestly it doesn't matter what palette you use, you can use literally anything for this look. But this is one that I had to hand and I wanted to use it, so yeah, I'm going to go in with, if I can show you, this shade here. So it's like a sandy kind of, yeah, like a sandy colour, and that's going to work as our transition shade. And I'm putting it on this big fluffy brush from YSL, which I love, you know that. And I'm going to raise my eyebrows, hi, and run it through. As you can see, like the pigment is really good. I'm running it through the upper area and like bringing it right out and pulling it and dragging it out. Going quite high with it on the brow bone. Not on the actual brow bone, but like just before the highlight. Dragging it out. And I'm also going to run it quite low on my lower lash line. So the same brush and just connect those together. You really need to bear with me guys because I feel really nervous doing a makeup tutorial, and this is a simple one but I'm still nervous and I feel like I'm shaking. Whew. It's been a while. Again, I like to raise my eyebrows when I do this. Don't know why, I just do. I didn't even realise I was doing it really until just now. So I'm going backwards and forwards and then going in circular motions to really blend it. Because this is really pigmented, it's really easy to forget that it is pigmented, if you know what I mean. Like some eyeshadows you have to really go in, but this one you literally just tap in, but I feel like I've put a bit too much, but that's the first colour. I mean, I could leave it like that and it looks cool, but I'm not. And now I'm going to go in the shade next to it, which is kind of like the one before that burnt orange shade. It's just a real like matte brown. And I'm going to be using a Zoeva 224 brush for this. And I'm going to pop it in a crease. And raise my eyebrows and I'm just running it through the crease with this brush. And all the way through lower lash line. I always use the same brush most of the time, just because, I don't know why, it's just like the transition with it sort of works well, because obviously if you're using a bigger brush you can have more product there, like lower down, and if you're using a smaller brush you're obviously not going to go as low down, so it kind of works well with the shades I'm using. I like this brush because it gets right in the crease, because the bristles are quite splayed out, but when you go in the crease they sort of all bunch together. Okay, now I'm going to put something on the base of the lid, and I'm going to use the shade which is next to the white shade right at the top, and it's a really like sandy colour. It's kind of like stony sandy colour, and it's just kind of like skin colour really, actually. You can use any kind of brush for this really. Using the Pedalium's Tools 777 brush. I'm just popping that all over the base of the lid, and it really doesn't change the colour, like it doesn't really do much. Like putting a colour like this on your lid kind of just mattifies the whole area and makes it look a little less, I don't know, it kind of brings skin colour back to it in some way, you know, because we've put a concealer on it, we might have got a bit of eyeshadow on to fall on it, so it just kind of mattifies it all more. so that's done, and to you it probably looks no different. Now I'm going to give myself a wing, and usually I use like a Kat Von D tattoo liner, but because when I had the lashes on, when they started to fall out, and also I would use eyeshadow because it was easier to get off, because obviously I don't want to rub my eyes too much when I've got lashes on, but also it looks more soft, and I think that looks really nice with this look too. So I'm going to go in with like almost black shade from that palette. I don't need to show you it because it's just, you know, almost black. And I'm running it along the lower lash line. No, I'm not. I'm running it along the lash line, the upper lash line. And I'm kind of like smudging it into the eyeshadow as well. So I'll run it along first. Got a bit on my face, great. Run it along first, and then I'll smudge it up so it smudges and it isn't just like a really clean line. So it smudges onto the eyelid too. I'm just using like an angled brush. This one is by Lily England. You can use any kind of angled brush. So keep drawing the line. Smudge it into the eyeshadow by kind of kicking upwards, I guess. I'm going to create a bit of a wing, so go to the edge, the eye, and then just drag it back. It's kind of a little bit bigger than I want it to be. With this you don't have to be too precise either, like you can make it look a bit messy, it doesn't matter too much. You don't have to be great at doing eyeliner to do this. Little baby wing, which I've just kind of smudged, but it's fine. Mascara time, and I'm going to be using Better Than Sex from Toothpaste. This actually has a name on it, it's cute. I like to go down the lash and up the lash. And I always flick my outer lashes out, like to the side. Look how different that is. So finally onto the lips, and I'm going to be using Whirl Lip Liner from MAC to start. Well, to line the lips. Struggling, guys, I'm going so sweaty. It's ruining my makeup. Like, literally, that's a reality of spinal cord injury. Like, hi Jordan, something's hurting you, your hair's soaked now. Not nice. But also, guys, realise, when I sweat like that, I'm not even hot, I'm cold. Because I'm just sweating through pain, not through heat. I never sweat when I'm hot, I can't. It's crazy. Now I've got my lip liner on, I'm going to be using a Tom Ford lipstick called Naked Ambition, and I literally keep dropping everything. And it's this gorgeous nude colour, obviously. That is the final makeup look. Just a nice nude, natch, kind of just like beachy look in a way. I hope this wasn't too painful to watch. I haven't filmed a makeup tutorial for months and I am nervous. And my sister's trying to FaceTime me. Let's see what she has to say.
Hi. You know them tan gummy bears, yeah?
Yeah.
Does he have them?
No, Eden, I'm filming.
Yeah, I should get them.
Are you listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just a quick question.
So Eden's on the phone, she wants to know if the U-Tan and Tone Glam, what are they? Gummy bears.
Yeah.
Well, I want to buy some, but they're not available.
Oh, I thought they were in Superdrug.
They are, but they're not in stock. Anyway.
Alright then, sorry.
So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe, but also press the notification button, because I literally, the other day, I tried to find my own video and I couldn't, even on my page. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for being so supportive when I haven't been doing makeup tutorials. But yeah, I hope you're all well, and I will speak to you soon. Have a great day.